is looking to force a game 3. We'll have to wait and see here.
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive straight into the land of Dawn. It is time to see Kyrie's Ling and Hai's Natalia in action, as both of the junglers will be able to clear out the first jungle creep, their purple buffs, without any disturbance. Kyrie, though, he's opting out of the Little Wanderer fight, going straight for the bottom side.
That is very smart indeed. And talking about the matchup in the jungle, Natalia has an advantage. We've seen that happen again and again. But ONIC, this is not a 1v1 game. It's a team game. So Kyrie can play off his teammates and probably come out on top here, depending on how this game plays out.
It's Cho mid.
Yeah,
and Valentina XP. So this is something we've seen many times from ONIC, bringing that Cho as a mid laner. Thoughts?
I think it's good if you can catch the Prio heroes once again. I mean, still Drian, Cho mid, but building tank, so still providing the utility and as well as CC here. But remember, there's a fun fact: Natalia jungler is popularized by Black Wise when they won against NXP EVOS in MPL PH.
Yeah. Game 3. I watched that match, but meanwhile in the mid lane though, Hai jumping in, picking up first blood on the Natalia. That's your first blood by the Samsung Galaxy A series as Kyrie goes over to that top side, tries to look for a trade possibly. No, he just goes in for the gold buff. He jumps in onto Kabuki, taking the shot and picking up that gold buff away from Aura.
I was about to say that the Cho pick, it's going to be very good because you can clear the lane and also be relatively tanky and secure in case of ganks. But Aura, especially Hai, they just make it happen. They take out Drian there. So later on, I think it's going to be a bit more difficult depending on the build that he goes for, as Boots right here gets ganked up again by Hai.
Yeah, seems like it is going to be a 2v1, but Boots all top side.
There's a gank right here. Kyrie trying to go in, but it's not going to be able to actually. He just goes in for the other member. That's Kabuki taken down. Kyrie with the temp of the blades going in, picking up the blades, but Samo picks the kill up. Meanwhile, down below, Turtle taken down. Objective traded for an objective of a turret from ONIC Esports, and they lead. They take that gold lead back into their own pockets.
I mean, they got 2 kills as well, so that trade was just heavily favoring ONIC Esports. Remember, Hai.
Full turret gold.
Full turret gold as well, so a lot of things grabbed by ONIC Esports. It is still ONIC Esports with the control here. We'll have to see here, as Hai is only at 1 kill. We'll have to wait and see.
Exactly, and with that play, they also avoid an early game fight where there is advantage on the side of Aura Fire to come in with that cult altar. So they're able to actually get 2 birds with 1 stone, and especially for Kyrie, right? He's on the link. He is not going with a Demon Slayer though, and he's able to just farm up a storm right here. And Aura Fire, I think they want to try and throw a wrench in his plans, maybe soon, because otherwise he's going to be an absolute monster in the mid game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for the next fight to happen, you guys can grab food right now with the 20,000 IDR discount with the promo code grb.to/MPLIDXgrab, or you can scan the QR code down below.
We'll have to see here, as because top turret is down, I think the right play for CW is to go downstairs, down bot, but it seems like here Samo taking a lot of damage. Drian here now to target. 3 or 4 members is on him, and now Drian will not be able to escape, even though he has the flicker, but he has 0 time to press that flicker. Now Samo can be the target here. He will fall as well, and 2 kills selected rapidly here by side of Aura Fire. They are stepping on the gas.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kyrie just clears the wave up.
Yeah, Aura Fire, they try and equalize that power disadvantage here as Hai goes in aggressively, knowing that the members of ONIC Esports are still responding, as Facehugger just makes that aggressive play.
Facehugger coming in, bringing CW back and even zoning Kyrie away. Aura have equalized in terms of that gold. They've actually picked up the gold lead for themselves as they go on to the second turtle, securing it without any pressure back, without any response. But Kyrie comes in with the retribution, doesn't find it. It's actually going to be Hai, as well as that mid lane. Fluffy with a Purify, able to get away. Some of the blades though by Kyrie to pick up the kill as he goes to pick up all the blades, and he jumps away just with 1 HP, living, styling.
I love it. I love it. I mean, yeah, finally we get the chance to see Kyrie on the Assassins. And yeah, good display. I mean, at this point, 1-0-1, and item-wise, Rashi, what can you say that is significant.
Well, Kyrie already has a Windtalker, so a lot more DPS in those situations. But for High, with the mobility boots as well as the Heptases, he's going to have a lot of burst damage. And at least in the early game, I think they need to be very, very careful because most of their members are squishy and they require their spells to try and stay alive, right? If Ling gets silenced, if Valentina gets silenced, they don't really have a lot of counterplay options in their own arsenal. So I think that is something that Aura Fire can take a full advantage of.
Right, we'll have to wait and see here as High is already setting something up. Samo opening up the vision. Oh, the combination here. Aura High and as well as Facehugger. Oh, the backup.
Turn around here. Called Ultra placed by Facehugger, but CW gets in the two-man knockup. Meanwhile, Drian goes up the way the dragon onto Facehugger, still able to dash it with the Shunpu as Fluffy knocks him down with the feather. Wait, Kabuki with the climb. Oh! He gets it. Falling Star Moon there, immobilizing him, but man, the discipline by Aura, they just wait for Kabuki to land that shot. I stood still, I waited myself for that shot to connect, and it did. In the end, Aura, they pick up a turret off of that play, and there's nothing traded back from ONIC.
Yeah, it seems like Aura Fire now they have more confidence. They all have a convincing lead as well, 1,000 gold economy. What can they brew up here? They really need to step up again in this entering the mid game, but we'll have to see here. ONIC Esports, they with this composition, I feel like their winning condition is more complicated here. We'll have to see here as another turtle is up.
Okay, Drian looking for a pick. He goes in, Fluffy in the back lines with the falling Star Moon, able to zone Kyrie back away from that mid lane bush as he goes to clear out the waves. High jumping in onto Koopa. Fluffy backing away, both teams just trying to micromanage the waves to set up for the third and final turtle of the game.
But it's more difficult for the side of ONIC Esports because Aura Fire, this is something we've come to expect, right? They win the fights first and then they go for the towers, they go for the turtle. So right now, they have the advantage in trying to make a fight happen, provided that the Cult Altar is there. So I think ONIC Esports need to try and bait that out unless they want to try and fight Aura Fire in that turtle where they're just forced to fight or just give up the turtle anyway. So I think options are on the table for both teams. It just depends on how they macro out this fight.
Okay, are now still both teams here just dancing around in the turtle area. High though, already moving aggressively on towards Rian. That's information we'll have to see here as 5 members is in that vicinity here.
There you go. Boots took that Cult Ultra away. Kabuki finds the turtle right here as Drian goes up and away the dragon. Boots finally using the Cult Ultra. Kyrie coming back in, but it's going to get taken out of that Cult Ultra. Both teams disengaging. Aura pick up the turtle. Go Diva! Flickers forward. Gets the holy baptism, but he is the one who falls in the end. It's a 1-for-1, a kill for a neutral objective as Aura Fire will be forced to back away.
A little too aggressive there by Godiva. He flickered Holy Baptism, but remember, you have Diggy on your opponent. Of course, that stolen there by Esmeralda. Well timed as well, but yeah, you have the ult from the side of Diggy, which just negates, eliminates every CC. So yeah, that was a misplay perhaps.
That was a great time journey by Samo HT on the Diggy, man. I think Godiva was trying to catch both of them off guard, and if it worked out, that would have been 2 pickoffs for the set of Aura Fire, because the spells were already used in that previous engagement. But with the time journey, they were able to turn things around, and so ONIC Esports, they're definitely still in the game right now. But as you can see, when they fight 5v5 with the Cult Altar, Aura Fire's composition just does a lot more for them.
Yeah, and this is most probably the reason Aura Fire went for the Natalia. High is most probably just going to jump on the Diggy before he gets the time journey out, silencing him for Aura Fire to burst them down. The thing is, though, Diggy won't be bursted down.
Yeah.
Because of the Cult Altar, then Boots can keep on just taken away from Aura Fire. It's going to be very, very tough to actually just one-shot Samo. I'm really curious to see his build, Arashi. Do you know what he's building here?
Not just yet, but I assume it's a bit more tanky because obviously ONIC Esports, they do not have a lot of physical defense, a lot of like frontline to deal with Aura Fire. And as you mentioned, it's just so good from ONIC Esports to make sure that they have 2 win conditions, right? They can rely on the Cult Altar to stall, or they can rely on the time journey to try and deny the engage. Either way, Aura Fire, they have to try and do 2 engages instead of 1.
Let's see though. Again, Agani in the mid stage of the game, Zion is actually trying to open up the map there. That's going to be Godiva stunned up by the Bidem Koopa, brought back by the reverse time as High jumps in, gets CW with the help of Godiva. Cult Ulcer placed. That's Kabuki taken out of the Cult Ulcer. He's still able to dash away right now, but look at the flicker. Gets out of the temp of the play. Falling Star Moon on to two members. Drian and Boots force them back away, and Aura Fire, they pick up a 1-0.
Wow, that is a very good kill there. If you're an Aura fan, he gets CW and now 0 casualties. The Lord is up here. Will they commit to the Lord? And yeah, again, a fight is still brewing. Drian is low here. Oh, he gets taken down.
Kabuki with the snipes, going for Samo next. Fluffy picks the kill up. Boots trying to defend the turret, but Kabuki with the Wesker just picks it up. They go for the enemy purple buff as well. ONIC though, running away. Boots flickering out of the Holy Baptism. Ling is still down below. Look at what Kyrie's been able to do down below, taking 2 of the turrets down.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care, right? I mean, he gets the turret downstairs. And yeah, Aura Fire, they need to react, sure. In that trade, still heavily favoring Aura Fire. They get established. They establish at 2,000 gold lead as well. But yeah, Lord is yet to be touched, Arashi.
Not for now. And for Kyrie, he was 2 levels ahead of High. He is 1 level ahead now. So his split push, his farming rotations have been very, very good. And with the split push, there's a chance that they can just avoid all the team fights that Aura Fire wants altogether. But of course, if you look at the item builds right here, High has a very respectable amount of farm as well. And we have seen that Natalia can essentially 1v1 the Ling given the right circumstances. So understanding that though, Kyrie is building a bit more physical defense just in case it comes down to that.
Look at the items though here, Arashi. The Diggy is going tank, so is the Cho. Meanwhile, down below, High jumped onto Kyrie, taking a lot of HP away from him, taking the turret as well in that bottom side. So now it is equal in the bottom lane. Tier 2 for Tier 2. Kyrie, no purple buff. This is going to be a problem, Gani.
This is going to be a problem, and we'll see here how Aura Fire can somehow exploit that fact. But yeah, I do agree with you, Rashi, there. Back then, a very good item built by Ling. By Kyrie, he opted for a Dreadnought armor to respect the physical potential damage outcome. But now, seems like Aura Fire, they are looking for an engage here. They're looking for the right engage. It seems like invading the purple buff is going to be the answer.
Oh, yeah, High dishes it out, and that's exactly what they were looking for. They don't put Facehugger in a position where Boots can take that Cold Ulcer. They jump straight onto Samo, take him down, and because of that, they have pressure back. Bidem Koopa onto Fluffy. Drian with the Jikundo, bringing it back though. What the heck is that damage? That's a tank, and he got bursted, melted down. Kyrie needs to look for a miraculous seal as High dishes the damage out onto the Lord. They don't need the retribution. That's the Lord slain by Kabuki, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. Meanwhile, down below, Holy Baptism unable to connect onto anyone. Samo back up, respawned. ONIC Esports on the back foot, 6,000 gold deficit.
6,000 gold lead here, yeah, and now Aura Fire with this Lord push, they can slowly but surely give more pressure for out of ONIC Esports. Add that build, that economy more. Take a look at the damage dealt by X. It is actually still the Dicky dealing a lot of damage, more damage than High as well as Boots.
That is that perfectly balanced Diggy damage. And right below him is High though, and after that it's Boots. So the members we've talked about, we want to highlight the gold laners and the mid laners are actually not on top in this game, and they're just off the bank of just so much macro plays, right? These fights are never just straightforward fights. It's always contesting the objectives. It's always a battle of setups, and I think Aura is getting the better of ONIC right now.
Yeah, Enhanced Lord up top, taking a whole lot of HP from the turret with Kabuki as well. They're going to be able to take the base turret down. Aura Fire now leading once again, trying to utilize the Lord even more, pushing in mid and bottom, but they decide to back off. It's going to be the render shot though. He changed it. It goes in for Samo, almost taking him down. Does Kabuki have a Blade of Heptases?
I believe he does. I think I spotted one on his inventory earlier. And he's been absolutely deadly, man. We haven't seen as many big team fight ultimates like the Nibiru's Passion from Kabuki, but that is not because he hasn't been able to make those plays. It's because on the esports, they're staying away from those clump of situations. So if it comes down to that, if they are forced to do so later on, especially in their base, I think that is where Kabuki can make the insane plays happen. And for now, he's just happy to take pot shots at the members of ONIC Esports.
Yeah, I mean, Kyrie there with that Windtalker, Berserker Fury, and as well as Malefic Roar is still looking to turn this game around. But looking at the player's goal by UBS, it is still Kabuki leading. Okay, an open engage by the side of Aura Fire, but it seems like ONIC Esports can deflect this one.
Uh-oh, Kabuki just does so much, poking ONIC down again and again with the Renner shot, and it's literally choking ONIC, right? ONIC are suffocating inside of that base. They don't have the pressure. Maybe, yeah, they don't even have the poke to respond. And now we're going to take a look at the item. So Kabuki doesn't have a Blade of the Hephaestus, and he's still doing that much damage, Arashi.
Yep, he went for the Wind of Nature just in case they make a big play towards him in this game. But here we go. Good next player onto Fluffy.
A lot of damage plays. That's going to be the immortality used, but Cult Ulcer from Facehugger comes into play. That's going to damage coming from high as he jumps in all the way to the back lines. But the Cult Ulcer again responded away by Boots. Kabuki not in the team fight. He is still in that top side, and Aura are winning it. It's a 1-for-1 in a 4v5. Aura trying to utilize this with Samo down. They have a man advantage. High was taken down, so it's actually ONIC who have the better team fight, but guess what? It doesn't matter. With Kabuki on this B-Trick, he can just do that. He can hit the turret out of the range. He can use the Renner to gun CW down, even Kyrie.
I think that is the main job for Dreon and as well as Kyrie here to target that Beatrix, that Kabuki. Yeah, we're now seeing Kyrie here. Oh my god!
No.
Oh my goodness!
That is a lot of damage coming in from Kabuki. That is a Beatrice shotgun, man. It does an insane amount of damage, and it was a valiant attempt from Kyrie to try and secure himself a purple buff because Aura has not been giving it to him. Unfortunately, though, he will be taken out, so this will be a free lord for the side of Aura Fire, and ONIC Esports is back to try and gamble a team fight out in the base defense scenario.
Man, now Facehugger 305. And yeah, with this Lord push, they can actually expose the base. They might actually end the series here and force a game 3. We'll have to wait and see here as Kai and friends trying to find the right engage. Providing the poke damage here. Kabuki takes the base turret bot side. Fluffy is taking care of the bot side turret as well. Is the base to expose here, Mirko, is the question.
Well, yeah, with 3 base turrets taken down without the help of the Enhanced Lord, they can just go straight for the base. 12-5, 9,000 gold lead. Again, another snipe coming in to Samo this time. Fluffy jumping in with the falling star move. Winner truncheon early here to get out of Dreon's damage as High jumps in once again onto Boom. Tactical ultra used. Dreon kicking away.
High.
Kabuki, but High in the back line, just going onto the base. And Aura picks this game up with Kabuki flickering forward with the Western damage. They equalize 1-1. And we have a third game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, what a game! What a game! After a